So this is a book that surprised the hell out of me, and now it is a book by W.T. Branson, but now it's telling the story of the Lucky Dwell, now the Conman. So the thing about this book is that first thing I noticed is that when Weil was talking about his background, like how he was raised up, how he was doing in school. So I found that we had a lot in common. So like performing well in school, like being quick in making decisions, like kind of understanding about people that like you understand people on a very different level. And now the other thing is that the way the people look at him, like they had very high expectations of him, and also I can also say the same about me. Like also at that thing whereby people had very high expectations of me. So that is the first thing. So that kind of surprised me because now I never expected to have anything in common with with a conman. So that is the first thing. The second thing is that you look into it like you understand people at a very different level. Like the way you understand psychology is very different. Like it is the way you will expect something, someone at the level of a professor to be understanding people. But when you listen to the professors and then you listen to the story that the other kid tells, it's like the other kid has like it's more experienced than the professor. So like the professors talk more about the theory part, but Whale is more of the practical stuff. So like it gives you the practical stuff, like things that you can relate to your own life and to the people you in your own life. So like the first thing he mentions a lot in the book is that the desire to get something from nothing ends up being costly for people. And now, for me, from my own experience and from the people around me, I've noticed that that is very true. Like, we're thinking about how to cheat someone or how to not deliver what you promise or how to deliver less than what you promise. It always end up backfiring in one way or the other. So, that is the first thing. The other thing is that this book has a lot of stories, and now for me, I love stories. So this book is just for me it was one of the best book I've ever read, and also in the way the stories have been told, it feels like you are there in that moment. Like it kind of time transports you. So like it immerses you so much into that story that you feel as if it is happening right now. Then the final thing about this life is that about about the autobiography of the elder kid is that he has a way of he has a way of taking the things that he learned, like the things that he learned as he was conning people, and also the things that he learned about the other side. So towards the end, he mentions that. So the first thing is that, as I have already said, like he has a very different kind of understanding of psychology. Like the way he understands psychology just on another level. I've never like seen anyone understand psychology at that level. Like someone who's coming from the other side of the world, like someone who's coming from the just call it the bad side of the world. So like someone who's coming from that area, I never expected something like that. Like you could understand people at such a very high level. Then the final thing is that we come to talk about its transformation. So this is where now you mentioned something that I know you have been told a lot about, and now this is about habit. For me, the way I understand habit is that you create your habit, and then the habit now create your life. So like now for the yellow kid, it talks about this concept of habits are like a thread. So every time you repeat it, you tie it like you are tying another thread. Anytime you repeat it, you are tying another thread. And now if you end up like creating the wrong habit, by the time you are realizing it, it is so late. Like it becomes very difficult to break that cable because now you have threaded it and now it has become so strong and so big. So that is the final thing. Like you should be very intentional in the way you build your habit. And also there are other things in there now. You can take a look at it and you can you can also enjoy the stories that are told in there. So that's all for today, and I'll see you next week. So bye bye. DM.